Well, top of the morning to you, Reapers and Ghouls, making hell! And welcome to the St. Patty's Day Grim Life Q&A. Now, as you can see, not only am I in the spirit, but I'm also ready for anything that comes my way. And just like you humans like to get smashed and then dare each other that you can't do handstands on the 15th-story balcony and survive, Reapers like to do a lot of dumb shit on this day too. So I got my green going because unlike you humans where if you don't participate you just pinch one another, Reapers take it to a whole nother level. You probably will end up getting stabbed in the chest with like an axe or a scythe or a pitchfork because somebody's like, oh, he's not wearing green. Shut. It's bad. It's just bad all around. But without further ado, let's get into some Grim Life Q&A. Good God, Jack, did you get a bright enough studio light? Oh, we're recording? Like right now? Hey guys, it's time to kick off the Q&A. Our first question comes from Carol M. Why did we start the show? Because we're destined for greatness. And I look ruggedly handsome on camera. This next question comes from Ashley. Hottest guest, huh? Well, we did try having Ghost Rider on the show, but it was a fucking disaster. Like, he melted half the cameras, and he caught the set on fire. The guy's a fucking asshole. He's not very considerate at all. But, I guess if you had to say, other than my rugged, beastly, handsome, exterior veneer, I guess the hottest, person that we've had on the show was, there was this girl, but she was turning into a vampire. I don't know, man. I tried to welcome her to the Academy of Hades and, show her a good time, and, man, it turned out bad. She ganged up with the Volturi and then decided to go rampaging across the world, and eventually, I think she landed a gig or a role in Skyrim or Twilight or Skylight or whatever you kids are following these days. Something with vampires, I can almost guarantee she's in it. But yeah, the vampire girl, she was a close second. This next question comes from David H. Favorite portrayal of death in entertainment? Well, they've never really gotten it right. I'll have to say that the portrayal of death in Final Destination was pretty legit, considering that they hired real Reapers like us to actually do the stunts live. But they should have showed more of us. For some reason, their cameras couldn't capture us or, couldn't like show our faces. It was bad. Not to mention, it wasn't just the Grim Reaper. I mean, there was a shit ton of us in that movie. How else do you think it was moving like clockwork, baby? Second part, what do I think was the most accurate? Accurate portrayal of death. I'll tell you what is a very inaccurate description of death. The one from Darksiders 2, where he's all Mac Diesel and swinging scythes and he looks like Mick from Slipknot? Yeah, not exactly. Death is very bone-like and skeletal, just like the rest of us. But he likes to hire extra body doubles like Kane and Sting to portray his likeness in a video game. So, way to go, Death. Ride the gravy train while you can. This next question comes from Christina B. What do I do in my off time? Well, I don't have a whole lot of off time, but when I can, I'm usually playing, some Halo or, throwing rocks at kids, off the major overpasses of freeways. The kids just happen to be behind the car windshield, but I like to imagine that there's a little bullseye there, and I aim for the sweet spots and see what's gonna happen. I also like dyeing chihuahuas funny colors like purple, and if the dye sets right, then they actually look like Magneto from X-Men. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome thing to do in your off time. Is it hard finding people on the death list? Let me see. Nope, not very hard at all. Google Maps. This next question comes from Jimmy S. Look, let's not go down the whole Dante's Inferno, autobiographical account of some guy who allegedly traversed through the layers of Hades and beat the living shit out of everything that moved and walked. I mean, it's overglorified and absolutely ridiculous. He never ran across me, because I would have ended it. This next question comes from Jessica H. Ooh, you get a 5-ton truck or a semi, and you load up the back cab with every explosive gaseous cylinder that you can get, and you just get a whole shitload of ball bearings and screws. Yeah, buddy. This next question comes from Susan M. Yes, that is a recurring question. Typically, if we show up, it's because you might have ran out of time on the clock, because when they build the hourglasses, they only put enough sand in there for 100 years. And sometimes the guy filling the glasses is sick, and then, he sneezes and he blows sand all over the place. And all of a sudden, you shortchange somebody 10, 20, maybe even 40 years. So it sucks and it's a problem, but we're looking into it. It would probably have to be when this guy was at Taco Bell in roller skates, and then all of a sudden this truck hops the curb and goes sailing through the glass and just smashed through everything. There was taco sauce flying everywhere, and a bunch of people were screaming, but yet there were still some people that were like, hey dude, can somebody still pick up order number 72? And everybody's like, people are freaking dying, man! And he's like, I know, dude, but I don't want to get fired. And then the manager came out, and he slipped on a hot sauce packet. You know what? Get back to me. That was a very long and epic story that's to come out maybe on a future documentary. This next question comes from Josh B. Where was I born? A little place called Mind Your Own Fucking Businessville. Population of 1. I'm just kidding. Look, if you want to know my whole backstory, just wait until we get the behind the scenes of the Grim Life experience. Yeah. It's a little documentary that we're going to put together. I spared no expense. And, we're just going to talk about the epic day-to-day life of me. Alright, and Slash, Jack and Gary, Strife, maybe Liz. Okay, we'll fit some other ones in there. Second question. Why did I start reaping? Well, it's probably because the Dark Ages were still drawing to a close, and, after I kind of kicked the bucket, I pretty much decided that, it was a really awesome experience, man. And, there's always new ways to take people out. So, keep the train rolling, baby. Last question. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? I'm going to find my quill, and I'm going to find the scroll, and I'm going to add you to the list, buddy. You're going top tier. I mean, if you thought Bieber was number 1 on my list, then you are definitely taking that spot. You are now number 1 on that shit list, buddy. You better... You know what? I don't even know why I'm doing this, okay? Jack, this was a bad idea. Strife, wipe that stupid-ass smirk off your face. You know what? This is over. I'm done.